Welcome to Expense Track Mobile Training. So what exactly is Expense Track? It is a system that we use to be able to do our credit card expenses and also our reimbursable expenses in the field, in the office, on different devices such as laptops, iPads, phones. You can really use it anywhere you want. The first thing that you need to do is go into your app store and download Comdata Expense Track. Down in your bottom right hand corner you'll see a search button and you can type in Comdata Expense Track, download it, or click on updates if you already have the app in your app store, and your app will pop up and you can hit update. Once you have the app downloaded, it is going to look like this Expense Track right here. And you're going to enter the credentials that I've provided to you. It's going to be your Wagman email address and the password that I assigned. This is your dashboard. Depending on your role, you will see different tasks. First is approval, and then second is capture receipt. Also to the left-hand side, you see my menu bar. If you don't see your menu bar, there is a button with 3 lines in your upper left-hand corner. You can hit that and your menu bar will appear. So first we're going to go over credit card expenses. Capture receipt is something that we use to take a picture of your receipt. We can code it out, put our notes in, put our amount and our date, and we submit our receipt. And what that does is once our credit card transaction hits our account, which sometimes can take 24 to 72 hours, it will automatically match up that receipt to your transaction, and there's nothing further with that transaction that you'll have to do. So we'll go ahead and click on Capture Receipt. Okay. Now it's going to ask us if we want to take a photo or choose from the gallery. So choose one of those. I'm going to hit take a photo. And yes, it is dark in here. I will hit the camera button. And down in the bottom right hand corner, I'm going to hit use photo. Now if it asks if you want to allow Expense Track to have access to your gallery and your camera, you can hit yes. It's only going to ask you that one time. Okay, so there is our very dark photo. Our date right down below it, that automatically defaults to today's date. So if this is for a prior purchase, you need to make sure that that date is changed, because that is what the system is using to match it up to your purchase. Okay? And then the amount. You want to make sure you hit over on the right hand side for amount. If you click on amount, it's not going to come up and you're going to be calling me wondering why. Notes, also tap on the right hand side and you type in the description of your purchase. Now you see this add account coding button. We're going to tap that and we scroll down. If you're a current user of Expense Track, this is a very nice feature and also new. It doesn't take you to another screen. It has it all in one. Very user-friendly. So there are 3 types of account codes. If you click there, you'll see job coding, general expense, which is overhead accounts, and also equipment. I'm going to choose general expense. And depending on your choices, it will filter down for your selections. So company, and Wagman Inc., group, and if you notice that start typing button there, if you do know your account, either code or a description of your account, you can start typing in there. It will recognize either one. And then you hit submit. Now what that's going to do is it's going to take this into our receipt queue. Now, if you're a current user, you might be used to it being a receipt history. It is no longer a receipt history of all our receipts. It is now a receipt queue. It is going to sit there until it matches up to our credit card transaction. If you need to delete a receipt, you simply swipe it to the left, and you can hit the delete button. Again, that is for credit card transactions. The system is going to look for those receipts and match them up once your credit card transactions come in. And also note, the system will always create a report for you for your credit card transactions. You do not have to create a report for that, ever. So now we're going to go over to our menu bar and we'll click on Expense Reports. This is where our credit card transactions are housed. So the system creates a report for you with your first and last name and also the month. I'm going to go ahead and click on my August report just to show you. You can also come in and do your credit card expenses right off of this report. Now you'll notice that all of mine have red flags. That is because my receipts have not matched up. I don't have account coding. I don't have dates. If you would like to come in and do your report this way, just click on that item and type in your description. And do your account coding. Now why didn't it? There we go. General expense, company 1, ATF, coolest department ever, and travel. Okay. And then I'm going to add an attachment. Again, you can take a photo right from this. It's just this transaction can take 24 to 72 hours to post to your account. So we'll take photo, use photo, and then I'm going to save item. Now, notice my flag turned green. That tells me that that charge is done. And once all of my charges are green, I can come down here and submit expense report for the month of August. We ask that you only submit one credit card expense per month and then also one reimbursable per month. So now we're going to jump into your reimbursable. To create an expense report in Expense Track, down here at the bottom on the right hand side there is a plus sign. Go ahead and click that. It is going to ask you for your report title. That can be your name and something that tells us it's reimbursable. August, PVA, personal vehicle allowance and mileage. And this report is going to look similar to your credit card once we start adding expense items. So over there on the right hand side where it says add an expense item, you just click on that and you choose what sort of item it's going to be. First we will do vehicle allowance. We'll choose our date, and this is always going to be the last day of the month that you are submitting it for. And description is just going to be your name. You see it automatically put the amount in there. Your account coding for vehicle allowance. Notice it defaulted to general expense. We want it to stay there. Now we're going to choose our company and our group. We are going to go the whole way to the bottom and choose vehicle allowance. And then there's only one GL account to choose from. That's what we want. No need for an attachment on this item, and hit save. So it added that line to our reimbursable expense report. Next, we're going to add a mileage line. So I'm going to click on Add an Expense Item. And I'm going to put mileage, no vehicle allowance, which if you're in the field, you want to choose your field vehicle allowance. If you're in the office, choose office vehicle allowance. It will default to the correct rate. There are two ways to do this. Number one way, you can come in here every time you have miles and do a line for each day. As long as we have a daily log of your mileage report, that's an IRS requirement, then it's up to you how you want to put it in this system. So you can do daily, or you can continue to use the mileage logs and put your entire month on there. Down at the bottom, it will summarize, if you have hopped between different jobs, the amount to go to each job, and then you can simply take a picture of that mileage log and attach it to this. So for that sake, we're going to choose the last date of the month. We're going to pretend that we are doing a mileage log here. Choosing the last day of the month, my to and from, I'm going to put various. Now I'm going to say I only went 10 miles this month. General expense. But I want to split it out between two different jobs, and then I'm going to attach my mileage log. I want some of my miles to be charged to the ATF department. And I'm going to say 50%. Now you can use percentage or you can use amount. The other portion of my mileage, I'm charging to Field Service Center. Sorry guys. Mileage reimbursement and 50%. Okay, you can see now that my remaining percentage is 0. And my attachment, I'm going to attach the log that I have for the entire month. Photo of a dark room. Make sure it is a clear photo of your mileage log, please, because we do need those. They are official records. And save item. Now again, if you want to come in here and do this on a daily basis every time you have mileage, that's completely fine. However you want it. Just make sure that you change the date, okay? And once we have all of our green flags, we can hit Submit Expense Report. That reimbursable expense report, if you have any kind of item that needs reimbursed, you just choose what sort of expense type it was. If it's tolls, you can choose other travel, anything like that. So now it took us back to the expense report screen. And if I want to look at my submitted drafts, I will click on Submitted, and there it is. It says that it is in approval to my supervisor. She's going to look at that and laugh. Okay. If you have any questions regarding the Expense Track app, my name is Jara Rohrbaugh. Feel free to give me a call at 717-472-4244. You can email me, stop by, and thank you for watching.